Okay, what I have here are supposedly images of a cowboy boot with the foot still in it. Okay, this was supposedly found. I'll find out where, but I think somewhere in Colorado River, dry part of the riverbed, something on that idea. Okay, let's just take a look at some of these, because if this is real, which I mean, it appears like it could be, right? I mean, this looks pretty nice for having to be at least 100 years old. You know, I'd have to say, why just this? Is there there should be way more things like this to find. So let's just look at this and let's act like what we're seeing is accurate. It's real. Let's go with that for a minute. I mean, if it is, it's in our favor, because basically what it. Yeah, let's check out this one right here, because basically what it shows is that fossilization obviously doesn't take millions of years or thousands of years. Fossilization can happen, you know, however old this thing is, 100 years old, whatever. Limestone cowboy boot, that's what it says. Okay? Limestone. That's what Wise Up, Mark from Wise Up, is talking about. He's talking about limestone. It'll seep. It'll take the limestone. You know what I mean? It'll bleed into it, and it'll actually become the limestone. I mean, that's a stone hat, right? If you just found a chunk like this, and it wasn't all intact, you'd never know that this was actually different material. That's fucking rock. But I mean, this right here, if this stuff is real, which I don't really have a reason to think that it's not real. What's this? I don't even know what this is. I'm not sure. I'm not even sure what that is. But you know, going back to the I gotta look at this too. What do we got here? Petrified teddy bear. Fossilized teddy bear. It says right here, apparently this proves that objects can fossilize very quickly. Right? Fossilized teddy bear. Conditions would have to be right. But apparently this can happen. So, you know, that being said, if this is the case, and this right here is real, that's a real petrified foot. You know, if this is real, then it says right there, it tells us that it does not take that long to create fossils. I know I'm repeating myself, but think about what that means. Because I have a problem with people that tell me millions of years. Wait a minute, that's not 1.5 million years old. That's 3.4 million years old, you dummy. The way I see it, how the hell do you know that? What kind of equipment did you use to determine that? Right, I picked these images for a reason. The reason I'm on this. Take a look at this area here. I mean, this is a skull. This is a fossilized skull, but it doesn't look like it right there. It looks like a mountain. It looks like a hillside. Looks like the Rocky Mountains right there. Just saying. You know, a lot of people are suggesting that the mountains were either structures that were built out of concrete and then buried and covered. And some of them believe that some of the mountains and hills were actually living beings at one point. Very large living beings. All I'm saying is take a look at this. That looks like rock to me. So we've been lied to. Anytime somebody tells you something's millions of years old or trillions of light years away, I call bullshit. I call bullshit. That's like we measured the inside of the sun. You know? Oh, you did. What did you use? What did you use? What kind of equipment do you use to come up with this? So if it doesn't take that long to make fossils, when we find what looks like rock-cut structures that are all limestone, and you start thinking along the lines of that cowboy boot, things start making more sense. Whenever they say, oh, gee, you know, we don't know, science has no idea how they did it. Well, maybe they didn't do it the way you think they did. Maybe it was something else, and it turned into limestone or turned into rock over years of being buried. Peace.